Hey there, my name is Danny Wood, and my goal today is to create a working tutorial. The plan is for me to show you how to create a landing page, how to create the images for that landing page, and how to drive traffic to that landing page using targeted advertising on Facebook. So instead of a long-winded webinar, what I thought I would do is show you step by step the before, during, and after of how to create it and how to run the whole thing. So what you should be doing is watch this video to get an idea, and then after, if you like the idea, then pause the video at each step so that you can play along and create your own ads targeting your own area. So I'm going to use this realtor right here as an example. I'm creating landing pages for him, and we are going to target his farm area, and we're going to do so by channeling the ads to just the people in those postal codes. And for you in the United States, you can target by zip code. So don't get hung up that we're using postal codes here. You can target both postal codes and zip codes. And one thing I want to suggest is if you can make a landing page on your own website, I highly recommend that. But what I'm going to do, just to show you guys an example, is I'm going to use a program called BombBomb, and I'm going to make a landing page using BombBomb. So that's what we're looking at right here, is a landing page we're going to drive the people to. So let's get started. So the very first step is we have to create the images for our landing page. So you should have a photo of yourself, and we really should take a screenshot of the area that we're targeting. Because when we advertise on Facebook, we want the people to immediately see their area and connect with, oh, what's in it for me? What's this ad about? And have interest. So if we know we're going to target this farm area, what we should do is go to Google or Bing and search that postal code or the zip code. But you're going to need some sort of software to take a picture of your screen. So if you have something, great. If you don't even know what I'm talking about and you don't know how to take a picture of your screen, then you might want to look at something like this. Just Google search Jing, Jing. If you Google search Jing, it's by TechSmith. So when I go to TechSmith, this is what the website looks like. And TechSmith has a product called Jing, and it is free, and it allows you to create screenshots of your screen. So here's Jing up here. I already have it installed on my computer, and it's totally free. And it allows you to take a screenshot. So if I wanted a screenshot of just this part right here, let's say just the toolbar, for example. If I want just the toolbar, I can take a picture of that toolbar and then save it. So there is the picture, and I can save that onto my computer. So I'm going to cancel that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google Maps, and I'm going to search the area that we are targeting. So I already have it open down here. I already pre-typed everything for this program. And we are targeting postal codes in this example. You can also target by zip code. So I'm going to target, instead of all the postal codes individually, I'm going to target just the core group, so the first three letters of that postal code. And when I search that on Google Maps, you can see it highlighted it right here. So it's in this reddish area. So I want to minimize this, and I want to zoom in to make the picture as big as possible. Something like that should be good. Now I'm going to take a picture of this. So if you know how to take a picture with your computer, great. If you don't, I suggest you use this Jing tool. So I'm going to take a picture of my screen, and I'm going to just take any old picture. I just kind of want it centered, and that'll work. So I'm going to hit capture image. Here's the image right here, and I'm going to save this image onto my computer. So I'll put it onto my computer somewhere where you know where it is. I'm going to put mine on my desktop, and I'm going to call mine Dawn Farm. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have this picture, and hopefully you have a picture of your own on your own computer, like a picture of you, and if you have those two things, then the next thing I want to suggest is going to Canva, canva.com, canva.com. Canva allows you to create images. So if you have no design skills and don't know how to design anything, Canva is great because it crops everything the size you need it to, and it's drag and drop editing, and it's actually free and fun to use. It's free if you use your own images. If you don't have images, see here, here's a picture of a house or a lighthouse. You can use their images, and it costs you, I think it's $1 per photo. But you should be just using your own images, and if that's the case, then this is totally free. So when you create a free account at canva.com, what I want you to do is go to the home screen after you've logged in and use custom dimensions, because we're going to create the image for the landing page, but we might as well kill two birds with one stone and use that same image for Facebook advertising. And if that's the case, Facebook advertising has a specific size. So I'm going to hit use custom dimensions. Even though here they have a Facebook cover and they have a few other templates already made, they're not the right size. What you want to do is use custom dimensions. And I'm going to go 1200 by 628. So write that down, put it on a sticky note, and right beside it, put Facebook ads size 1200 by 628. I want to hit design. So what you're going to see is it's going to create a white canvas. So here on the right is a white canvas, and that is cropped to the size that we need our images to be. So let's get our images on here. The first step is to upload the photos that we have. So I'm going to click on uploads. And if you have any that you've already uploaded, they'll be down here. I'm going to go through the process and re-upload them just so you can see. I'm going to click on upload your own images, and then I'm going to find that image that we just created. We called it Dawn Farm, so I'm going to click on that and hit open. And then over here, down here, you're going to see it's going to pop open. There it is there. So you click on it, hold it, click, drag, and drop. And now it's on the canvas. So I'm going to want to make that a little bit bigger. And that'll be fine for now. I'm going to center it later, but I want to get the photo of Dawn. So you do the same thing where you hit upload your images and then find your image, and it will appear down here. So I've already got Dawn done for you. I'm going to drag and drop. Make it a little bigger so it fits the canvas. So you can see how this program would work when you get just listed, just sold. You can put the photos of your listings and then put your photo over top of it and then add a call to action, which is what I'm going to do here. So this is a really cool tool for you guys to use. Okay, next step is we want to get some text. So I'm going to use these images over here on the left. There's elements, there's text. You can change a whole bunch of things. So I'm going to use elements. And I'll pick shapes. And then I'll just use this red one for now because it's a square. See how these ones are square? These ones here are rounded. There's ovals. There's a whole bunch of different shapes. I want a square one because what I want to do is I want to resize it. Because I'm going to put text on here. But I want this to be black, not red. So I'm going to change the color to black. And you can see how it actually goes over Dawn's face. So if that's the case, you can click on the image that you want at the front, and then you hit forward, and it's going to put it at the front of everything. So here's some nice a black area that we can put some white text. So over here on the left, I'm going to pick text. And you can just drag and drop. Let me just do a couple to show you. Just drag and drop. Look how fun and easy that is. You can drag it over. You can edit how it looks and says. You can fit your branding. You can do whatever you want. So I want something a little more long and narrow and clean. I'll pick this one. Actually, you know what? Delete. I kind of like this one. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. So what was the image that we used? Henderson Survey, postal code. Okay. So I'm going to say Henderson Survey. That's the farm area that we're targeting, because when people see this image, I want them to immediately recognize it. So I'm going to call it the area that the locals call it, and apparently the locals call this postal code area Henderson Survey. Henderson survey, and I want that text to be white. And then I also am going to just specify the actual postal code or zip code so that the people can see that as well. We'll put that underneath. I also want that to be white. And then I'm going to shrink her down a little, make sure it fits in there. With Facebook ads, you can only have 20% text on the image itself. So make sure, like, if I was to have this that big, for example, Facebook would disqualify the ad, and you don't want that to happen because then you have to redo everything. So I'm going to just kind of make it small enough that they can read it. Perfect. Okay, and then one little final trick to finish this is I'm going to click that black box that we had created, and then there's an there's an option, the little drop down arrow, and then transparency. And I'm just going to like lower that a little. There, that's nice. Perfect. Okay, that's a nice clean little image. So when you're done with your layout and how you, oh, actually we're not done. See down here his photo. I want to make it bigger. Okay, I'm happy with that. Perfect. That looks nice. So when you're done, you can click on the download button. And the first image, it says image for web, JPEG. And then the second one says high quality PNG. Even though we're using this for the web, because we're going to put it on the landing page and the Facebook ad, I don't want you to click on for web. I want you to click on high quality PNG, because maybe you want to use this for printing if you were to do postcards. So then you could kill 3 birds with 1 stone. And if you saved it for web, it'll look great on screen, but it will print blurry. So you might as well just save it at the highest quality possible. So I want to hit high quality PNG. Now for me, it's going to download it right to my downloads folder. For you, it might go to your desktop. I'm not sure where it's going to go because it just automatically saves. And here it showed me down here, I can view where it went. So make sure you do that. And there it is there, because I want to need that, right? Okay, step 2, now that we have the image that we're going to use, let's create the landing page. So like I said, you should be using your own website and creating a landing page on that, because it'll be mobile friendly. You're driving people to one source, so if they see that and they don't want to fill in on the landing page, but maybe they want to look at the house values tab, or they want to look at listings on your website, it just gives the consumer a little more options. They can actually see listings. But for this case, I want to keep it simple. I'm going to drive them to a landing page talking about one thing and one thing only. And I'm going to use BombBomb to do that. So to create a landing page on BombBomb, what we're going to do is we're going to click on Forms. So after you log into bombbomb.com, it's right here, bomb.com. Log into bombbomb.com and click on Forms. Here's a test one that I was playing around with. I want to click on New Form. And now you can see up here is us editing the landing page, and then down below is what that landing page looks like. So I'm just going to get rid of a bunch of junk. I'm going to remove this. These are the forms that we want the people to fill in. So we want their first name, their last name, their email, their phone number. You can say email is required. I'm also going to say that phone number is required. So I want to click on Edit and check off this little required box and hit Save. And while we're at it, we might as well make all of it mandatory. We want their name. And we might as well give them an option to give us instructions. Maybe they don't want us to call, but they want us to email, or they don't want us to email, they want us to call. We want people to be able to communicate with us, not just give name, phone number, and email. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another option, first name, last name, email, phone, and then we're going to create one here. I want to say comments, and I want to create that as a new field. So here we have the comments, and I want to hit edit because I actually want that to be a large text box. And I want to hit save. And I'm going to put that up at the top because what I like is it gets people actually filling in the form. Before you ask for their email and their phone number, they've already started filling in the form with the comments. So that gets them at least started, and then when they get to the part that gives resistance, like giving out their email and phone number, they've already kind of gone through and filled out most of the form, hopefully. So perfect, we have the form. Now we have to have some call to action and all the images and text. So I already pre-typed what I want. So here's at the top of the landing page, I want his contact info, and then in the middle of the landing page, I want the call to action. And then I also want all of his contact info and everything else. So let's get started. We're going to put this contact info up at the top. So I'm going to copy that. Now with BombBomb, you can add text, images, or video by clicking on this Add HTML field. So when you click on this, it's going to appear right here, and then you have to hit edit. And I'm going to remove the text that they have. I'm going to paste the text that I want. I want that to be centered. And I'm actually going to hit enter to give it some white space so that there's a gap at the top, and then I'm going to hit enter again so that there's a white space down at the bottom. I think I'll hit it twice. And then save. And I want this to be up at the top above the form. So this is going to be the top of the page, and then we're going to add more more content. So I'm going to hit add HTML field. And this time we're going to add the image. So I'm going to hit edit. I have to erase this edit me part because we don't want any text. What we want is an image. So over here on the right it says add image. I want to upload a new image because we just created one using Canva, and now I have to find where it is. So I know it is in my downloads section. And if you have a lot of things in your download section, one thing you can do is click on the date column here. Click on it once and then click on it a second time, and then what's going to happen is it's going to put everything in order of when it was added to that folder. So this one obviously saved as Henderson Survey, so I'm going to open that up and I want to hit upload. And it was this one here, so now I have to select it now that it's uploaded, and it'll give me a preview of what it looks like, and I'm going to hit insert. Perfect, so there's the image right there. I'm going to click on the image, and I want to center it by clicking on the center button, obviously, and then hit save. So there's the picture, and I want that up to the top, so I'm going to click on that and bring it up. Put it just underneath the text here. Okay, next is now we're going to add the body of copy. So we need another text box. I'm going to hit add HTML field. And let's edit this, get rid of their text and put ours. Let's hit save. And let's move that up to the top. So now we have the contact info, quick and easy up at the top, an image right here, and then the call to action. And then underneath that is the contact form. So let's take a look at what this looks like, and we'll go to the preview. So Let's scroll down. And let's just open this up to see what it looks like. Okay, so I don't like how much white there is there, so I'm going to want to edit that. But the image is nice and centered. The text is really big. Scroll down, call to action, contact info, and the form. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so now let me go back and edit. I don't want that white space. So I go up here and I'll just edit the things I don't like too much white. So that'll be good for that. Now let me go through the text. So I have right front and center, real big and bold. I put the area that they call it because I want the people to immediately, as soon as they see this page, I want it to resonate with them. So there's a map of the area that we're targeting. There's the big keyword that we're targeting as well. And then the postal code in this case, or in the States, you guys would say zip code, and then you would put the zip code. Because I want them to, as soon as they see it, be like, oh, what's in it for me? And I want to read more. So at this, it says, attention, Henderson survey owners, postal code N3R. We have a client looking to buy a home in the N3R postal code of Brantford, Ontario. Our client is looking to move in 0 to 3 months, is financed, and looking for a detached home under $600,000, a finished basement, partial or partially finished, 3 bedrooms, 2 washrooms. If you live in this area and thinking of moving, please contact us. And I can see I need to edit that. Sorry, the other thing I saw is that I don't have a bullet point for detached home. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm going to hit save. And that's the thing. When you look at the landing page, I'm going to hit refresh, and that white area is going to go. So that's perfect. And when you take a look, just look at things over as if you were the consumer. Just make sure it's all written out the way you want it. That looks good. Okay, so if that looks good, then I'm going to go back to BombBomb. I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to take a look at these form options. The first one is I'm going to title it. I'm going to call this farming area. I'll call it Farming Henderson, actually. Automatically add these contacts to this list. So if you have the ability, when a person fills in a form, you should be adding them to a list. That way you can pull that list and communicate to them in the future and follow up. So in this example, we're targeting sellers, and Don already has a list called CMA Follow-Up, which is definitely targeting sellers. So I'm going to click on CMA Follow-Up. You can create a list that you want if you wanted to just call it sellers or Facebook ads or whatever you want to track. In this case, we're just going to call it CMA Follow-Up. Automatically send these contacts these emails. If you have an email already done, you can have it auto reply to them. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Don automatically get an email, and then he's going to manually follow up with them, because the goal is for him to give them a phone call, and if they don't answer, he's supposed to send them a video or an email following up. So I'd rather him do it personally. Automatically add these contacts to a drip. If you have a drip plan, obviously you would pick the drip plan that you want the people to be on. I'm not going to do that right now. Automatically send the contacts details to. And if you have something, like he's working with top producer, so it is automatically going to add this form to his top producer, which is great. How should we handle duplicate contacts? I'm going to leave that as overwrite. Notify these people. So if you want a specific team member to get notified of these, or yourself or your admin, you would change the email here. Require double opt-in and display castle. We're not actually going to be putting these people on any sort of drip. They are filling in a form, and I'm want to uncheck that because we're not adding them to a long-term drip plan or anything like that. So that's your choice whether you want to have that on or not. And the reason is because I put down at the bottom, after all the contact info above the form, we say we will not put you on a mass email list. We will, however, follow up and call or email you as requested, because that's what they're doing. They're requesting to be contacted. So I removed the castle information because we don't want that. Redirect them to a specific URL. Well, that's a great idea, because instead of just saying thank you, let's send them to your website. So I'm going to scroll up and oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go to Don's website. I'm going to send them to this. But first of all, yeah, I'll just send them right to the homepage. You might want to send them to your listings page. You might want to send them to the house value page or your team page, featured listings. I'm just going to send them right to the home page for Don right now and hit save options. Perfect. Okay, so our landing page is done. And if we go back to, oh, actually, let me scroll down. If you click on this link right here, this is the link that we're going to want to drive traffic to, because this is the landing page itself. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to click on it to open it just to get a better look. Perfect. Okay, this works for me, so this is what we're going to use. So now I'm going to copy that link that we have here. So I can either copy this link or I can copy this short itty bitty link. So I copied that already. Now I'm ready to do the advertising. So to do advertising, you go to facebook.com/, and the easier one is ads, ADS. Facebook.com/ads. And when you do, you're going to land on a page that looks just like this. They might change the images around, but what you will see is a button that says create ads. So I'm going to click on that. And it brings you to this page. So this is where we're going to create our ads. So with Facebook, it gives you a lot of different choices. We can boost our posts, we can promote our page. The goal here is to send them to our landing page. So I'm going to pick this third one. It says send people to your website. I'm going to paste the URL that we're going to be targeting, and then I'm going to click on it. Perfect. If you use Facebook Pixels, that's great. That's for tracking your advertising if you wanted to do that. But right now, I'm going to skip that part to keep this as simple as possible. The campaign name, I'm going to change the campaign name so that when he's looking at his dashboard, he'll know what the campaign is. Obviously, this little link here is just going to confuse him, so I'm going to say Henderson Farming FB ads. Okay, so set audience and budget. I'm going to click on that. So now it is defaulted to, I'm in Canada right now, so it's going to default to Canada. If I was in the States, it would default to the States. But there's millions and millions and millions of people. You don't want to target everybody. Let's just target the people in our farming area. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to get the first 3 letters of our postal code. And then I'm going to search it by clicking in this area. I can hit paste. And N3T Ontario will probably work. Good enough. We're going to target this area right in here. So you can target just the areas that you want. You can target all of the city, the entire city, or you can target just the specific postal codes. So let's scroll down. We obviously only want people that are over a certain age. The people who are 18 don't care about house values or anything like that. So I'm going to put that to maybe 25 and above. And over on the right here, you can see it says potential reach. So we're targeting 18,000 people. If I move that back down to 18, the age of 18 and over, that goes to 22,000. So that's 4,000 people that we don't want to pay our ads to see. So let's go back to 25. And then a lot of people think they have to change this. You don't. It's 60 and above. So really what we're doing, because you can do an age range, so you could say the people that are between 25 and 30 or between 30 and 50. Right now I have it set to 25 to 65 plus, meaning everybody. It's 25 and above. If they're on Facebook and they're in that area, if you're in an area that is very multicultural, so say you speak only one language, it doesn't make sense to target all the people that you won't be able to convert over the phone. So you can type in the language that you speak. So if I only spoke English, I could put English and then click all. And I'm just going to do it to see. I don't think this area is going to change much. 1,000. Okay. So yeah, we just removed 1,000 people that Dawn probably wouldn't be able to convert over the phone. So we might as well add that. You can target your language if German, Chinese, anything. You can just type it in there and pick that, and then at least you're not targeting everybody. You're only targeting the people that you'll be able to converse with. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. So we're going to do a budget right here, and you can have, they default it to run forever because they want to make as much money from you as possible. I'm going to set a start and end date. And I'm going to put the end date of January. Everybody's going to be getting iPads and iPhones for Christmas, so they're going to be killing time looking on the internet and just browsing around. They're going to be on Facebook because they just got their new iPhone or iPad. So I want to target the people that are kind of playing during that week. So let's go till the 11th. Now we have it says a daily budget. They default that to 20. And if we did $20 a day from now, from today's date is the 14th. So from now until the 11th of next month, $20 times all of those days equals $560. So that's a lot of money. Let's do $5 and see how the numbers change. So now it's set to $140. That's fair enough. That's a good number. Okay. So ad set name, I'm going to change this one. Just so that when you're looking at the dashboard, you can see what it is that you were running. That way you can test different ads against each other, and you'll just know what was spent where. So I'm going to just rename it to whatever you want to rename it and hit choose ad creative. Perfect. Okay, so step by step, the very first one is Facebook automatically has this selected for you. It's multiple images in one ad. Do not pick that. Pick the first one. Pick that if you have a reason. If you know why you should be using that, then do it. But general rule of thumb, most of you out there should just be using the first one. A lot of reasons. The first one is whenever a person sees this carousel style ad, it looks like advertising. Because when they're on Facebook and their friends and family are posting, their friends and family are posting usually a single image and then some text about that image. They're not posting they don't even have the ability. Your friends and family, unless they're advertising, don't have the ability to do a carousel ad. And because of that, people are blind to them and they just scroll right past because they know it's advertising. So I'm going to pick the first option, which is a single image ad. And then I'm going to click on this button, and it automatically pulled in the image that we loaded. And it's the proper size, which is awesome. But if it doesn't pull in the image for you, or it's not the right size, then what you can do is click on Add More Images, and then you would find where the image is on your desktop. So for me, it was in Downloads. I would click on Downloads, then click on the photo and hit Open. But I already have it here because we put it on the landing page and it pulled it in for us. So I'm going to scroll down. You have to pick the page. If you have multiple pages, pick the page that works for you. So I'm going to pick this one. Normally you'll only have one page and it'll automatically be selected. You also have to, if you're going to advertise on Instagram, because this is great, we're going to be targeting all the people in that postal code on Facebook. But we're also going to be targeting all the people in that postal code or zip code on Instagram. So over the Christmas holidays, they're all going to be getting iPhones and iPads, and they're going to be just on Instagram and Facebook all day. So we're going to have these ads targeted just to the people on Instagram and on Facebook in that postal code over the age of 25 who speak English. Perfect targeting. So for you, the first time you come here, you might not have your Instagram account already loaded. So you'll just click a button right here and you'll log in with your username and password, and then you have it connected. So over on the right, it shows what, So over here on the right, it shows what the ad is going to look like. So in the news feed, it's going to look like this with their picture and a call to action, and we're going to change all that in just a second. And if you scroll down a little more, we can choose if we want it to be on mobile devices. So if your landing pages aren't mobile friendly, then maybe you want to remove mobile newsfeed and just target people who are on their computer. But for me, I'm targeting the people on Facebook and Instagram, and I know over the holidays they're going to be on it, so I am going to choose people on mobile devices. I'm going to choose desktop on the right-hand side, and then also Instagram. Now, if you don't have your Instagram account created, then maybe you'll want to hit remove and not have that. But if you do have Instagram, it already puts it on Instagram for you. How great is that? Okay, so now I'm going to scroll up, and I don't like, if I look at this ad, it just says Farming Henderson, which is ridiculous. That doesn't even make sense for the consumer, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to change the text below here, and I'm going to change the text up. Actually, I like that text, but if you wanted to change it, I'm going to show you how. So now, moving back over on the left, let's create the image that we're going to see on the right. So after you connected your Instagram account or just decided not to use it at all, move on to the first option is headline. So headline, what I like to do is go to the ad and see, where is it? So Farming Henderson, oh, right here, right underneath. Okay, so what's a good call to action under there? Well, I think a good one would be see how when I typed that out, Henderson Survey Owners, postal code N3R, it has this yellow mark? It's because I have too much text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase as much as I can. There you go. Now it's all blue, so that is good to go. We have a client looking to buy a home in the N3R postal code of Brantford, Ontario. Very good. Choose button, we'll say learn more. And then show advanced options. This is where you can put all your contact information and your brokerage stuff that you have to have in your ads. So let's go to the landing page, for example. I'm going to go back to my landing page, and I have all of his contact info right here. So I'm going to copy that and then go back to the Facebook ad I was creating. And right here, I'm going to click on, oh, if I didn't show you, I said show advanced options, and it gave us more room for more text. So now I can paste that. But I have a red button here, so what does that mean? It probably means oh, I had this little line here, right here. It's like the vertical line. If I delete that, there, now we're good to go. I'm not going to put his email online because I don't want a bunch of crazies just emailing him. That looks good. So now you can see over on the right, I have a call to action to call Don with his contact info and his brokerage. So now, if I go over here on the right and I scroll up, this is what the ad looks like. We have a client looking to buy a home in the N3R postal code of Brantford, Ontario. There's the image that people are going to see. And then I really want that area to stand out, because as soon as they see that and they're scrolling through their feed, hopefully they stop. And then his contact information. Perfect. Okay, I really like that. So now I'm going to hit place order. Oh, and if you are using any of these, so say the mobile newsfeed, if I click on this, it will give me a preview of what it's going to look like. And I don't like that. I don't like how that's getting cut off. Let's take a look at Instagram. That looks all right. Okay, so because I don't like that, well, yeah, huh. Okay, so because I don't like that, I think it's because it automatically pulled in the image. So I'm going to erase that image and try uploading an image from beginning. Okay, I re-uploaded it. Let's see if it fixes it. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I'm using Internet Explorer, which is complete junk, and that's because the text wouldn't be getting cut off. So it is just looking kind of funky because I'm in Internet Explorer. But if you were actually using a real browser like Google Chrome, it would be showing you how the thing's supposed to actually look. So anyways, let's place the order. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to tell this to Don. So Don has his account on Instagram, but he has the settings set to private. So he's using a private Instagram account, meaning if a person was to find him on Instagram, they would have to send a request to follow him, and then he has to approve it. And you can't. You have to have an open account. So if that's the case, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to turn off Instagram. I'm just going to hit remove on Instagram, and we can see the X there. So now when I hit place order, there shouldn't be any issues. And it's saying that your budget is too low, so we should be at $6.95. Okay, so I'm going to click the back button. Sometimes $5 a day will work, and now they're saying we need to be at $6. Let's just put it at $7 a day. And it's got everything already done, like we already did it. And now I'm going to hit place order. So hopefully this helps. As a working tutorial, I mean, you should be watching the video, pause the video, and do it on your end, step by step. And maybe it takes you longer than an hour to do. Maybe it takes you a couple hours. But once you've done it once, then you can do it again and again and again. You get really quick at it. So here we go. Our order has been placed. It's under review, and the ad will be running in probably about 10 to 20 minutes after it's approved. And what they have to approve is the image. So Facebook is going to check the image to make sure that it's not more than 20% of the text, that you're not violating any of the rules as far as what you're saying, like advertising for gambling or adult stuff or something that's bad. And we're not, so our ad will get approved, and I'm just going to hit continue. Here we go. Now we're going to let the ad run until the new year, and at the end of the new year we're going to reconnect, and I'm going to take a look at how many people landed on that landing page and how many people filled in the form and how much we spent for that. So stay tuned, folks.